Dragons are among the most iconic creatures in Game of Thrones. They are magical, fire-breathing beasts that symbolize power, strength, and mystery. In the world of Westeros, dragons were thought to be extinct for over a century until Daenerys Targaryen, one of the last surviving members of the Targaryen dynasty, brought them back into existence. The Targaryens have a unique connection with dragons. They originally came from the ancient city of Valyria, where dragons were common. The family's power was largely built on their bond with these mighty creatures. After a catastrophic event known as the Doom of Valyria, the Targaryens survived and relocated to Dragonstone, an island off the coast of Westeros. They later used dragons to conquer and unify the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros, establishing a Targaryen dynasty. Daenerys becomes the Mother of Dragons when she hatches 3 dragon eggs given to her as a wedding gift. These dragons are named Drogon, Rhaegal, and Viserion, after significant figures in her life. Her husband Khal Drogo, and her brothers Rhaegar and Viserys. As they grow, the dragons become powerful allies and weapons, aiding Daenerys in her quest to reclaim the Iron Throne. The dragons play crucial roles in epic battles throughout the series. For example, Drogon, the largest and fiercest of the 3, is often seen burning enemy armies and fleets to ashes. The dragons not only serve as a visual spectacle, but also represent the return of magic to the world, a theme that runs parallel to the reawakening of other mythical elements, such as the White Walkers. The dragon's presence is more than just a nod to fantasy. They are central to the plot and the power dynamics of the series. Their majestic and terrifying nature captures the imagination of viewers, making them one of the most memorable elements of the show. Direwolves are majestic and loyal creatures, closely associated with the Stark family of Winterfell. These large, wolf-like animals are native to the northern regions of Westeros and are known for their intelligence and fierce nature. The direwolf is the symbol of House Stark, representing the family's values of loyalty, honor, and resilience. From the very first episode of the series, direwolves become an important part of the Stark children's lives. Ned Stark and his children discover a litter of 6 direwolf pups in the snow near the dead body of a direwolf mother. Despite his initial reluctance, Ned lets each of his children keep a pup. This discovery is considered a significant omen, as the Starks are the only noble family in Westeros whose sigil is a direwolf. Each Stark child forms a special bond with their direwolf, who mirrors their personality and fate in the series. Jon Snow, the Stark children's half-brother, chooses an albino pup and names him Ghost. Ghost is known for his silent demeanor and fierce loyalty to Jon. Sansa Stark's direwolf, Lady, is gentle and graceful, much like Sansa herself. Unfortunately, Lady is the first direwolf to die, foreshadowing the many hardships Sansa faces. Arya Stark's direwolf, Nymeria, is adventurous and independent. Early in the series, Arya is forced to set Nymeria free to save her from being killed. Nymeria's return in a later episode signifies Arya's own journey of self-discovery and independence. Bran Stark's direwolf, Summer, is protective and wise, much like Bran, who eventually becomes the Three-Eyed Raven. Rickon Stark's direwolf, Shaggy Dog, is wild and untamed, similar to Rickon's unpredictable fate. Robb Stark's direwolf, Grey Wind, is a strong and fearless fighter, which parallels Robb's role as the king in the North. Sadly, as the series progresses, many of the direwolves meet tragic ends, mirroring the trials and tribulations of the Stark family. Despite their fates, direwolves remain a powerful symbol of the Starks and their enduring legacy throughout Westeros. Their presence is a reminder of the deep bond between the family and the harsh yet beautiful North. White Walkers are mysterious and fearsome creatures that play a pivotal role in Game of Thrones. They originate from the far northern regions of Westeros, beyond the Wall, and pose an existential threat to all living beings. Known for their chilling presence, White Walkers are recognized by their icy blue eyes and pale, gaunt appearance. White Walkers are first introduced in the very first episode, creating an atmosphere of dread and anticipation. They are portrayed as ancient beings with supernatural powers, able to raise the dead and create an army of wights. These reanimated corpses follow their commands without question, making the White Walkers a formidable force. Their leader, the Night King, stands out with his commanding presence and symbols of power. The origins of the White Walkers are gradually revealed as the series progresses. They were created thousands of years ago by the Children of the Forest, who used magic to transform a human into the first White Walker. This was meant to defend against the first men, but the White Walkers became a threat beyond control. A significant aspect is their impact on the weather. Their approach brings cold, blizzards, and darkness, embodying the long and ominous winter season. Their ability to turn fallen humans into wights means that even death cannot protect a person from becoming part of their ever-growing army. Throughout the series, Jon Snow emerges as a key figure in understanding and combating the White Walkers. His first-hand encounters with them bring urgency to the threat they pose, driving him to unite the disparate factions of Westeros against the common enemy. The importance of dragonglass and Valyrian steel, both substances capable of killing White Walkers, becomes crucial in the planning and execution of battles. In the climactic battle at Winterfell, known as the Battle of Winterfell, Arya Stark ultimately ends the Night King's threat by killing him with a surprise attack. This act causes the immediate destruction of all White Walkers and their army of wights, highlighting both the terror they inspired and the relief of their defeat. Despite their end, the White Walkers remain one of the most iconic and chilling elements of the Game of Thrones saga. The Children of the Forest are ancient, magical creatures that played a crucial role in the history of Westeros. These beings are closely connected to the mystical elements of the world and are deeply tied to nature and magic. They are small in stature, with distinctive features such as large, expressive eyes and skin that appears almost bark-like, blending seamlessly with the forest environment. In the series, the Children of the Forest are first mentioned through legends and stories told to the characters. Their existence is initially questioned by many, but they are later revealed to be real, living beings. Thousands of years before the events of Game of Thrones, they inhabited Westeros long before the arrival of the first men, the earliest human inhabitants. To defend themselves against these invaders, the children created the White Walkers using dark magic, forever changing the course of the world's history. The Children of the Forest are closely linked to the old gods worshipped in the north, embodying the mystical and ancient attributes associated with that religion. They are shown to possess powerful magic, such as the ability to control nature and experience visions of the past and future, abilities stemming from their connection to the weirwood trees. These sacred trees are a significant part of their culture and worship, featuring carved faces that symbolize watchfulness and wisdom. Bran Stark, during his quest to understand his powers and the true history of Westeros, comes into contact with the Children of the Forest. In a hidden cave beyond the wall, Bran learns from a child of the forest, known as Leaf, and the Three-Eyed Raven, an ancient seer. Through them, Bran learns about his destiny and the looming threat of the White Walkers. The Children of the Forest ultimately play a heroic role in the series when they stand alongside Bran in the battle against the Night King and his forces. Leaf and her companions sacrifice themselves to protect Bran, highlighting their enduring courage and selflessness. Their legacy is one of mystery, magic, and survival, symbolizing the ancient roots of Westeros and the enduring battle between light and darkness. The Children of the Forest remind us of the deep and often hidden powers, as well as the sacrifices made to ensure the survival of life itself. Giants are some of the most awe-inspiring creatures. These enormous humanoid beings are native to the lands beyond the Wall, in the far north of Westeros. Known for their immense size and strength, giants stand much taller than any man and possess the power to uproot trees and shatter gates with ease. In the series, giants are first introduced as part of the Free Folk, or wildlings, who live beyond the Wall. Unlike most wildlings, giants tend to keep to themselves, living in small, isolated groups. They are a rare sight in Westeros, with many considering them mere myths until their dramatic appearance during key battles. Giants are generally depicted as primitive and fierce, wearing simple furs and wielding massive weapons, often made from logs or large rocks. Despite their daunting presence, they are more peaceful than many of the other creatures found in the far north, avoiding conflict unless provoked. The most notable giant in the series is Woon Woon, who becomes an ally to Jon Snow and the Night's Watch during their battles against the White Walkers and other threats. Woon Woon first appears in the 5th season as a part of the Wildling army. His loyalty and bravery stand out during the intense Battle of the Bastards. In this epic confrontation, Woon Woon fights valiantly to help Jon reclaim Winterfell from Ramsay Bolton. Tragically, Woon Woon dies during this battle, sacrificing himself for the cause, but not before making a significant impact with his raw strength and fearless spirit. The Giants also participate in the March of the Night King's army, appearing as reanimated wights during their assault on the Wall and in the epic Battle of Winterfell. Their transformation into wights underscores the threat posed by the White Walkers and their ability to turn even the most powerful creatures to their purposes. Giants symbolize the ancient world of Westeros and its untamed, magical nature. They remind viewers of the vast, often hidden forces that shape the history and events of the series. Though few in number, the Giants leave a lasting impression with their powerful presence and their role in the epic struggle for Westeros' future. Skin Changers are individuals with the magical ability to enter the minds of animals and control their actions. This rare gift allows them to experience the world through the senses of their animal companions, seeing through their eyes, hearing through their ears, and even controlling their movements. The bond between a Skin Changer and their animal is deep, reflecting a profound connection with nature and magic. The most notable Skin Changer in the series is Bran Stark. As Bran grows into his powers, he discovers that he is not only a Skin Changer, but also has the potential to become the Three-Eyed Raven, a being with the ability to see into the past, present, and future. Bran's journey is central to the storyline, as he learns to control his abilities and understand his role in the larger, mystical events unfolding in Westeros. Jon Snow's direwolf, Ghost, is linked to Jon in a way that hints at skin changing, though the series primarily explores this aspect through Bran. Another noteworthy character is Orell, a wildling skin changer who controls an eagle. Orell uses his gift to gather intelligence from afar, demonstrating how skin changing can be a powerful tool for both survival and warfare. Skin changing is often viewed with suspicion and fear within Westeros. Many people associate it with dark magic or consider it unnatural, leading some skin changers to hide their abilities. However, among the free folk beyond the Wall, skin changers are more accepted, valued for their skills and insights into the wild lands they inhabit. The bond between direwolves and the Stark children further emphasizes the presence of skin-changing abilities. Each Stark child's connection to their direwolf hints at the potential for skin changing, though it is most developed in Bran. Through Skin Changers, Game of Thrones explores themes of identity, connection, and the balance of power between humans and nature. This magical ability enriches the series by adding depth to the characters who possess it, and highlighting the mystical elements that weave through the tapestry of Westeros. Skin Changers embody the show's exploration of magic and its impact on personal and political power. Wights are the reanimated corpses controlled by the White Walkers. They form the backbone of the terrifying army of the dead, posing a significant threat to the living throughout the series. Raised from fallen humans, animals, and even giants, Wights are relentless and nearly unstoppable, driven by the will of the White Walkers. White Walkers possess the ability to raise the dead, turning them into wights with a mere gesture. Once reanimated, wights lose all memory and personality from their previous lives, becoming mindless servants. They are typically seen with glowing blue eyes, a common trait shared with their White Walker masters. Their primary purpose is to kill and spread fear, serving as instruments of the Night King's desire to cover the world in darkness and cold. Wights feature prominently in several key battles throughout the series. In Season 2, members of the Night's Watch encounter wights beyond the wall, revealing the danger lurking in the north. The Night King's army, made up of countless wights, becomes a pivotal threat as the series progresses. Notably, the assault on Hardhome in Season 5 showcases the terrifying power of the White Army as they overwhelm and decimate the settlement of free folk. In the fight against the Night King's forces, Jon Snow and other key characters discover that fire and dragonglass are effective weapons against wights. This knowledge becomes crucial in preparing for the coming battles, as wights cannot be harmed by ordinary weapons. During the Great War, the wights storm Winterfell in the Battle of Winterfell in Season 8. Their sheer numbers threaten to overwhelm the defenders, creating scenes of intense combat and showcasing the dire stakes of the conflict. Wights symbolize the horror and inevitability of death, driving home the message that the struggles between various powers in Westeros mean little when faced with a force that cannot be reasoned with. Their presence throughout the series adds a constant growing tension that culminates in the epic confrontations at the end of the series. Wights remind audiences of the series' central theme, the fight for life against the encroaching cold and darkness. Shadow creatures are mysterious and deadly forms of dark magic, birthed by the Red Priestess Melisandre, using her connection to the Lord of Light, R'hllor. These entities play pivotal roles in the series, illustrating the powerful and often dangerous nature of magic in Westeros. The concept of shadow creatures is introduced in Season 2 when Melisandre, a staunch follower of the Lord of Light, uses her magic to assassinate key political figures. Serving Stannis Baratheon, who believes he is the prophesied leader known as Azor Ahai, Melisandre employs shadow magic to eliminate obstacles in his quest for the Iron Throne. The first appearance of a shadow creature occurs when she gives birth to one after a ritualistic encounter with Stannis. This mysterious dark figure then infiltrates Renly Baratheon's camp, killing Renly almost instantly in front of his shocked loyalists, including Brienne of Tarth and Catelyn Stark. This dramatic event showcases not only the lethal capabilities of shadow creatures, but also the immense trust Stannis places in Melisandre's powers, despite his own initial skepticism. Shadow creatures are created from darkness and are capable of moving through physical barriers, making them nearly unstoppable assassins. They symbolize the manipulative and often unstoppable nature of power, when wielded without moral restraint. Melisandre's use of this dark magic highlights the fierce religious undertones throughout the series, where different faiths and beliefs clash, shaping characters' destinies and the political landscape. It also illustrates the cost and consequences of using such magic. For instance, Stannis slowly becomes more reliant on Melisandre's magic to achieve his goals, which eventually leads to devastating personal and political consequences. Though shadow creatures do not frequently appear in the series, their impact is lasting. They exemplify the hidden, mystical forces at play behind the scenes and underscore the themes of power, faith, and sacrifice. These creatures remind viewers of the often unseen and enigmatic threats that can determine the fate of Westeros, highlighting the intricate weave of political ambition and religious belief in the quest for control over the realm. As we reach the end of our journey through the mythical creatures of Game of Thrones, it's clear that these beings not only add magic and mystery to the series, but also shape the destinies of our favorite characters. From the awe-inspiring dragons and fiercely loyal direwolves to the terrifying White Walkers and cunning shadow creatures, each plays a crucial role in the epic tale of Westeros. Now, we want to hear from you. Which mythical creature do you admire the most? Or perhaps there's one you truly fear or dislike? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation with other fans. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay connected with the Game of Thrones community. By doing so, you'll never miss out on our deep dives into the lands of Westeros and beyond. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time as we continue to unravel the magic and mysteries of this incredible series.